Do animals go to heaven? Do animals go with God after their physical life? That's a very good question. Recently, a few days ago, I'm still actually going through a lot about it. My cat, Gracie, Graceland, Gracie, my cat for 14 years, passed away. It was a very tough experience for me. For those who have pets, this one is for y'all because y'all understand and share empathy of what I'm about to say. Maybe this means something to you guys. I'm a dog person. I always had, dogs. You know what I'm saying? I like to get dogs. I like to train them. I like to, make them protectors. I don't fight them. I don't believe in that, But yeah, believe in protection and, training dogs and having them, protect the family and et cetera, et cetera. So, all through my life, I always got into a situation where I never made it through with the, to the end with the dog, with my dogs. One of my dogs I had for like 13 years, and somehow I got into a situation and, lost him. So I never went through getting to the point where they got sick or passed away. This cat was given to me 14 years ago and had changed my life because I'm like, a cat? What can I do with a cat? Like, a cat, you know what I'm saying? And, my wife told me that, no, she gave me the cat, you know what I'm saying? The cat, unexplainable, you know what I'm saying? The cat immediately had some type of love attraction to me that was unexplainable. The cat 14 years, would never leave my side. When we were staying in the city, I could come home and be on, by the time I got to the block and be coming to the building, the cat must have sensed me. The cat would be in the window screaming. It was a talking cat, screaming and talking before I could even get to the building. The cat would sit in front of me and little drool from her mouth would be coming out and just looking at me with, these in love eyes, like she was just so much in love with me, and it was just amazing. Like, where does this cat come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I do, the cat just loved me. It just unconditionally loved me. When I would come home, out of all the kids, everybody, the dogs, everything, nobody would beat the cat to greet me first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the 4th story, and the cat always at the top of the story, the cat running all the way down to greet me, when I would come in the house. Several months ago, I noticed that she came to me and she started, she always with me all the time, side by side, like if I'm home, we won't leave, you know what I'm saying? My side, like, wants me and her, wants to be with me at all times. A few months ago, she came to me and she started, she was communicating to me. And I knew she was, I could feel it spiritually. She came to me and she always come and lay on me, but she would come fall her weight on me, You know what I'm saying? And I knew something was wrong. I knew, like, the way she was laying on me, like she was laying her whole body, like, on me, her weight, her everything. So I told my wife, I said, something's up with the cat. Gracie's telling me that something's wrong. So nothing looked wrong. She was fine, doing everything, getting up every day, running the house. She was in charge of the house, ruled the dogs, everybody, everything was good. But I knew something different, you know what I'm saying, at night she was doing and that I was feeling that she would come through, So then she would start looking at me in my eyes. She was always looking at me in my eyes, but it was something, it was almost telepathic. Like she was looking at me like, almost like with the look that my mom was looking at me, that my brother was looking at me with before they left. Rest in peace to them. I can't explain that. Only people that know what I'm saying know. Like, it's a look that, your loved ones look at you with when that, before that time actually comes, that you just know is different. They looking at you like, I guess internalizing you as much as they can, and with those that could talk like my brother, my mom, constantly telling you how much they love you, you know what I'm saying, and it was the same thing with the cat. The cat was looking at me, telling me that, and telling me how much she loves me, and that something was wrong, and our time that was, limited. So I'm like, I know, I try to ignore, like, I kept saying to my wife, something's wrong, Gracie's talking to me, I don't know what's wrong, we look, nothing wrong with her. About that lasted for about a month or two. About the second month, I noticed, something, a little pink come on her paw. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is this? And I feel up under her fur, and I could feel that it was like a little under her fur. I take her to the, immediately take her to the doctor, and they say that they believe it's cancer. You know what I'm saying? And that at her age that this happens. I'm like, how? She got a twin brother that's home. This dude is killing every day, living his fat cat life, and they like it's a female thing. I'm like, all right. They give her some medicine, and they say that, they feel that the cancer, because she had a small knot at her stomach, they said that if it wasn't worse, that it was no way I was going to be able to fight that. That if, that they would just take thousands and thousands of dollars from us, and they're going to be honest with us that, the cancer most likely had spread, at a place where they was not going to be able to get, and that at her age, you know what I'm saying, that it was, this was how it goes. So I'm like, couldn't take it. So I'm like, they're like, I could take her home, spend some time with her, you know what I'm saying, have a little time to spend. So I'm like, so how long do I have, And they like, months, not years, and she really was saying like a month. It's devastating. I came home, and my baby lasted 3 months, the cancer started to take over her body rapidly. She would look at me all the time, and I would be crying, breaking down, and she wouldn't, she would like try to turn and not look at me, you know what I'm saying, when I'm crying, and, would look at me, and it was just like, and we, the way she was looking, just like, let's love each other, you know what I'm saying, and she knew what was going on. I watched her get up every day. I watched her after she knew, and it was like when the doctor said it, like the doctor said it to her too. A couple days later, she got up, and she never did this. She walked outside and looked at life and walked all around the property, which which she never did. Her brothers and sisters and all of them do that all the time. She only all her life at my side. She wouldn't care about nothing else. But yeah, she went and looked at life, and I saw her taking it in. Like, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, okay, this was what this was about. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, after the 3 months was up, when she stopped eating, the day I noticed that she stopped eating and had stopped walking, I took her, to the spot, I'm seeing if they could do something, give her a shot or something, give her some more life, and they're like, no, it's like, maybe it's time, and I'm like, my wife, she'd been through this before, I hadn't been through it. I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying, it's already time to say, yeah, if I decide to take her home, like, it's like, just at this point, making her suffer. Now, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I don't believe in mercy killing. I believe that only God has the right to take life, because God is the one that give it. And when God decides that that time has come, you don't need no doctor, you don't need no needle. You just take his breath back. Now, with that said, you know what I'm saying, I don't understand. My wife been through this before. They saying that, the suffering, making them suffer is like, some type of, like, you shouldn't let them suffer. If you could let them go in peace, let them go in peace. Without suffering that. If I brought her home, it was just, she's not eating, it's just going to be much more suffering. I didn't know. I just didn't know. Couldn't make the decision, My wife said that she, made the decision that it was time or whatever like that. I couldn't take it. I held her in my arms, I'm crying, I'm talking to her, and she gave me a kiss. She kissed me. And I'm crying, I'm like, I don't want this, just tell me, give me a sign, tell me you want to go home, I'll stop this, you know what I'm saying, and the doctor came in and stuck her with one needle, and when the doctor stuck her with one needle, she immediately, her emotion stopped, but I could still see her eyes moving, looking at me, she was still looking at me, but everything stopped, her movement stopped. So the doctor was like, that was the first needle, and it makes them real tired. It makes them, sleepy or whatever. So she wasn't moving from that first needle immediately. But she was still looking at me, still staring at me. So now I'm mad because she's not moving, and I'm like, definitely I don't want this. This is not what I want. I want to take her home. Can she wake up from this? If she let her sleep, maybe she'll wake up or something. And, my wife and then the doctor came in and telling me, they're trying to tell me, no, this is the, best decision, I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this is just terrible, I'm saying? I don't want this, what I'm saying? And then the doctor came in, and while I'm holding her in my arm, I'm talking, I'm like, the doctor stuck her the second time before I could control it or even do anything. As soon as I stuck her the second time, when she stuck her, my baby yelled. She did a yell. So when she yelled, I got so mad, like she yelled, I said, stop, what? So the doctor was like, it was so fast, guys. As soon as she yelled, I'm like, wait, stop. And I tried to comfort her. And the doctor was like, she's gone. And she was looking at me still. I'm holding her in my arm. So I'm like, she's not gone. She's still looking at me. You know what I'm saying? She's in my arms. I still feel the warmth in her body. She can't be gone. I broke down. It was terrible. I'm still going through it. It makes me understand how precious life is. It makes me know that life is so, so, so precious. In the beginning of this, I said, do animals go to heaven? Do animals go back to be with God? The answer to that is this. We all, every living creature, have breath. If we did not have breath, we would not be living. Every living creature was created by the breath of God. It says that he breathed into man, but we understand that breath is in every living creature. It also tells us in the scripture that from ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But it also tells you, but the spirit goes back to God. So I understand that as the breath. So, do animals go back to God? If it's a living being that shares breath like you share, yes, all living beings go back with the Lord. And with that being said, the scripture says that there will be a day that everything is reunited. There's going to be a day that everything is brought back to life. That's including us, our parents, our loved ones, everything. And that will be a judgment day. Again, people, this was about do animals go back to be with the Lord? Yes. And again, life is very, very precious. Every moment that we have, we need to cherish it. I've lost so many loved ones. I've lost so much family and friends, and now my cat. Cherish every moment of your life. Love those who need to be loved and show them love. We can't get these moments back. We can't get these moments back. I think about any time I might have yelled at the cat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could take it back. Same thing with loved ones. Same thing with our friends and family. Let's not focus on these lies. Let's try to get with what's real. What's real is Jesus Christ. And the love that he had for you and have for you. That he wished that you not perish, but believe in him so that you can have foreverlasting life. I love you guys. Hope you get the message. The night is soon over. The sun shall rise.